Hello friends, today we are going to discuss about something very important, something that's threatening our very existence, specifically in this part of the world. It's the black fungus. Even as we are grappling through the second wave of the raging COVID-19 pandemic, we have another new enemy at our door, the mucormycosis, which is commonly called the black fungus. It's basically a fungal disease, but it's one which is very much aggressive and is taking away the lives of those who have just recovered from the COVID 19 disease. It usually strikes at around 12 to 18 days following recovery from COVID, and once it strikes, it's going to be very lethal, very lethal. In fact, it's very much a matter of concern because the disease causes rapid worsening of symptoms, and with a case fatality rate of more than 54%, you know how little it can be. With COVID-19, which has a case fatality rate of 1 to 1.5% in various places, that is one or maybe two people out of 100 people who are affected with COVID-19 are going to succumb to the disease. But in case of black fungus, more than 50% out of 100 people who are affected with the black fungus are going to succumb, are going to die. And that's why the black fungus disease is a matter of serious concern. And you know, the scientific name, that is the mucormycosis, is basically the scientific name of the disease caused by this mucor, which is a type of fungus. But as we know, the fungi like bacteria and virus, these are found everywhere in our wherever we are sitting, whatever we are eating, they're all there. In fact, the black spots in the stale bread or in those decaying apple or maybe those rotten vegetables are basically the black fungus. So we are already exposed to the black fungus, but in healthy individuals it's not causing the disease. It's striking those who are immunocompromised and are recovering from the COVID-19 pandemic. In fact, the situation is now that in India we have over 9,000 documented cases of COVID-19 recovered patients who are suffering from mucormycosis, and most of them succumbing to it. We have cases being reported from 17 states across the country, with the majority of the cases coming from Gujarat, Maharashtra, that is places which have the highest COVID-19 active case load at present. But the matter is such concern because we already have around 3 million active cases of COVID-19 in India on this day as we are talking, and even if 10% of them contract the black fungus, we'll be finding around 3 lakh people who will be suffering from black fungus, and more than 50% of them, that is around 1.5 to 2 lakh people, who will be dying from the black fungus disease. And black fungus being a very rare disease, its medicines are also in limited supply, be it in India or anywhere across the world. So we are not going to have medicines also for most people, and so we have to tackle this disease. We have to stop this disease from spreading. Now the question is, why this sudden surge of COVID-19? Because during the first wave of the COVID-19 pandemic, which was in 2020, there was nothing as such called the black fungus, but it's a menace now. It's because there are several factors that are being suggested. Investigations are going on, and some of the most important factors that are coming up is the indiscriminate usage of steroids, antibiotics, and improper hand washing techniques, specifically during the COVID recovery period. These are some things that are being attributed to the sudden surge of this black fungus diseases. Also factors like some overzealous steam inhalation causing some burn injury inside our respiratory tract, inside our destroying our nasal epithelium, that is also being hypothesized at the moment. But whatever be it, let the final reasons come out. But as of now, we should worry about what we can do at the moment to spread, or rather to prevent the disease, by spreading awareness about the black fungus and about things we can do to tackle the black fungus. So who are the most vulnerable? Is definitely people with lower immunity. In more than 80% of the documented cases of black fungus that have been recorded in post-COVID patients, they are people who have already had comorbidities like diabetes, or people who have had who are on immunosuppressant drugs, or people with cancer, or people who are already having some leukemia or other treatments or chemotherapy that are actually reducing their immunity. So they are the most vulnerable, definitely. But it's also striking that people, around 20% of them, none of these comorbidities exist. These comorbidities reduce our immunity, but there are around 20% also for whom the reason, the cause of this black fungus infection is yet to be ascertained. So we have to wait for that. But as of now, what we can do, specifically the patients who have low immunity, that is the most vulnerable, we have to recognize their symptoms at the earliest, initiate treatment as early as possible, and more importantly, prevent the disease from coming out. So what are the symptoms? It's basically symptoms like which we experience during our sinusitis, like nasal congestion, then headache, then redness in the eyes, or in late symptoms, people who are coming with a late, that is, who are coming with advanced disease, they may come from difficulty in vision, or maybe chest pain in case when it's spreading to the lungs also. Most common is this rhinocerebral manifestation, that is, it starts manifesting in the nose, then affects the eyes, and then into the brain, and in some cases it affects the lungs as well. So once you are recognizing the symptoms, you should consult your doctor at the earliest, and the doctor will definitely start treatment. Treatment options are limited as of now. There is a drug that works. It is the amphotericin B. It may be required to be given for over 4 to 6 weeks, or maybe up to 8 weeks. And then there is also, since the disease is very aggressive, and in most cases we are finding it at a late stage, surgical debridement, that is the removal of the dead and decaying tissue, that is the black tissue, is very much required, specifically in the nose, which is causing congestion. You have to relieve the patient, for which, and also often it may require a enucleation, that is taking away of your eye just to save your life. So treatment is there, treatment options are there, but as we'll say, that will require high degree of precision, high degree of surgical skills, medicinal knowledge, and so it's very important that we prevent the disease in the first place. So prevention is the most important thing, I will say, in stopping the black fungus menace from just becoming another COVID-19 or even worse than that. So the first and foremost thing is we have to avoid the usage of steroids, specifically in patients for whom steroids are not indicated. Steroids are not required if your oxygen saturation is maintained. Or early in the disease course even, steroids are not going to help you, they are going to damage you. Steroids are required when you are low on oxygen, that is around 5 to 7 days after the initiation of your symptoms in the COVID-19 disease, but not always. So you have to take steroids with caution, and only when and if it's required. Then we have to stop the irrational usage of antibiotics. We are finding that patients who are taking meropenem, patients taking linezolid, patients taking anything, lots of antibiotics are being used unscrupulously regarding the treatment of COVID-19, which don't work also, which won't save you from COVID-19 but are making you vulnerable to other diseases. And then another important thing is hand washing, specifically during the COVID-19 recovery period. There is a tendency that we find that once we are already having a COVID-19, we feel that what is the need of any more hand washing, but that's not true, because now you are even more vulnerable to other opportunistic infections like this black fungus. So you have to hand wash properly, specifically after eating food, specifically after eating vegetables, fruits, or bread, anything, whatever you eat, you have to wash hands. You have to wash hands before touching your nose. There are people who are contracting the disease. He was eating just a vegetable, and then after, without washing the hands, he was breaking his nose. These things have to be avoided. So prevention is the most important step, and once we prevent the disease, we prevent the spread of the disease, we'll be able to tackle this menace called the black fungus. And it's not that it's highly contagious. So if we take proper precautions and if we treat early, I think we will be able to defeat the black fungus disease.